Girl, you be pregnant again? If I is, Ray Ray's gonna be a real father this time around. Thank you.
So you might be wondering, hey, Austin, why are you reviewing a movie from 2023? Well, for some whatever reason, my AMC chain decided to play both Poor Things as well as American Fiction this last weekend, and those are two movies I really, really wanted to see at the end of 2023. Didn't get the chance to see them, so now I'm watching them as they are finally releasing for me. And I'm quite sure both of these movies are gonna receive some kind of recognition or some talking points, and I would definitely like to include my hat into the ring. Firstly, starting out with, of course, American Fiction. In terms of just basic story structure, comedy, characters, I thought this was a really good movie, especially in comparison to a lot of movies that we've seen both in 2023, and I feel like I just haven't seen anything but dud after dud after dud in 2024, and I am quite done and tired of it. So going back to the end of 2023, with both American Fiction and Poor Things, I feel like I'm living the good life in January. It's kind of a weird feeling.
Is this based on your actual life?
Yeah, you think some college boy can come up with that shit?
No, I don't.
Yeah, we're talking about, again, American Fiction, starring Jeffrey Wright as the character Monk, and he is being compelled to write a book for some extra money due to some family situations, and this book is revolved around, essentially, Black America, and how the ghettoized version of this is just being absorbed and consumed by white book readers. And so it's the hot topic selling point. He doesn't really want to place himself in the situation, so he goes under a different pseudonym, under a different name. Actually, it's surprising that he was able to sell this book for as much as he did, making millions and millions of dollars. And just everything about this book that the author Monk talks about in Jeffrey Wright's performance, it is quite hilarious. I feel like he was really, really well casted. He has a brother in this movie. I loved his brother. He has a lot of trauma because of his gay past and their past with their father, their mother. This movie feels raw, realistic. It's really promoting and oversaturating racism in America. And it's just overexposing that topic in the form of this book called My Pathology, which later does get renamed to another title that I cannot say on this YouTube channel, but if I said it once in a movie, I think I could get like a PG-13 rating. It's really funny. The way it comes about too, the new title, just perfect. And the way in which this character also writes, I love it. Just envisioning some characters interacting in the same space that he is in. It's just really fun to watch this character.
What is this?
Deadbeat dads, rappers, crack, that's black, right?
Nobody's gonna publish this.
Just want to rub their noses in it.
We love it.
What?
However, I do have quite a few nitpicks with this movie as well, and that is in regard to just timing. Because everything that has to do with the main character, it all flows really well. Sure, you might be able to argue like, oh, some things are going kind of fast here and there, but he's writing a book. It kind of makes sense. It's more so whenever we see the B characters or the side characters is that, didn't those two just meet? Why are they getting married all of a sudden? Has it been a year since we've met these two? Like, what is happening? And this movie not only manages to do that with the pacing, but also the characters as well, and just how they interact and how funny they are. They just mess with my mind and make me think. And I love movies like this that make me think, especially about current times in America regarding racism, how white people view black people, how black people view white people, just so many different genres and subcultures to delve into and learn from, and to see storytelling from these filmmakers is so much fun. Speaking of which, the filmmaker Cord Jefferson, I had no idea really who he was until I did some IMDb research, and he was one of the writers on The Good Place and a couple of other TV shows that I do really enjoy. It wasn't really a surprise to me that, the writing in this movie and the way that these characters are acting, just from the writing perspective, everything just was comedic gold. I loved this movie. It was so much fun. It made me laugh. But outside of the writing, the filmmaking itself, again, nothing here is really being pushed forward. Camera work, kind of very generic. It's It's kind of actually bad if you ask me, but it does get away with it because the story, it carries the weight. It's just a really good time. And if it's playing out in theaters by you, like a re-showing like it is with where I'm currently at, highly recommend you all go and check this one out. I am so excited to go and watch Poor Things because, again, these are two movies I have just been waiting for. And with the slug, that is January. Just really excited to be watching some more thought-provoking movies here. And this movie talking about race, racism, just different cultures and how we view things as a society here in America, just everything being culminated together. And the ending, there's like 5 different ends to this movie. Really take it however you want, but it's a lot of fun. And some may argue, and I walked out of the theater also thinking this, like maybe it's a cop-out, that there are so many different potential endings to this movie. But at the same time, it makes sense in regards to the overall story.
We want to put him on the cover in one of those scarves, I guess you would call them, tied around his head.
A do-rag?
Some of the minor characters, I felt like they were kind of boring, not really too fleshed out. They were more so there to make Monk think and discover what was his whole identity crises, which I do have to admit throughout the entirety of this movie, I was thinking Monk is such a good character. What is his one character flaw that makes him relatable, or what makes him drive to grow as a character? Because the whole time I'm like, he's kind of boring me. And then by the end of the movie, I'm like, that was his flaw. Oh my gosh, that's such a genius writing that I never really saw that until the end. And then looking back at the movie, it all just kind of clicks. It makes sense with Monk's character. Seeing a lot of his mind unfolding, refolding in new directions. It was very beautiful to watch. The emergence of Monk at the end of the movie in comparison to Monk at the beginning of the movie. And that transition was just, in terms of storytelling, magnificent. To see just such a character like this exist in the year 2023, but I'm watching it in 2024, just seeing characters like this actually being presented to us without, you know, filmmakers and Hollywood being scared of talking about such topics in society. I really do love it. And I love how it pushes the envelope. There are some story elements that do falter from time to time, but I don't think it's really gonna take anyone out of the movie, everyone of any race, age. I feel like they're gonna really love this movie. I mean, if you're over the age of 17, this is obviously a rated R movie with the title of the book and how much they talk about the title of this book. If you guys have seen American Fiction, I would love to know your thoughts in the comment section down below because this is a very thought-provoking movie. It tackles a lot of subjects that not many people want to talk about in today's society, in today's public. And so it just, I love that it pushes the envelope. It's a fun movie. It's a good movie. Again, filmmaking is kind of bland and dry, but I don't think that's really the point of the movie at the end of the day. I will have to go ahead and say this does deserve my Airing Austin stamp of approval. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video of my movie review of American Fiction. If you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to give it a like, a thumbs up, and also be sure to subscribe for more movie reviews and other videos, hopefully coming to the channel in the near future. Otherwise, again, I did mention this in my last video, we do have an announcement coming up on my birthday, February 5th, so be sure to keep an eye out for that as it's going to be a very, very fun and exciting year for me personally, but yeah, just be on the lookout for that. And otherwise, that's gonna go ahead and be it. My name is Austin, and I will see you guys again in the next movie review. We do this weekly, so come back, check it out, grab some hot chocolate. It's cold out there. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Austin out.